We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing.
Welcome to GabBin
Gabbing
with Greicy
and Heather.
I am drinking. I do have my coffee as per usual and my ice water, but I also have some wine since the show we're going to be discussing is very wine focused, and it is Chardonnay, the California 2019 by Canary Row.
And I am having rosé, and which bottle it is, I have no idea. I just poured and left the kitchen.
You were like, I see rosé, it's going in my belly.
There you go. Get in my belly.
So before we start talking about the show we're going to discuss, anything exciting or interesting happened? I had a lot.
You did? Okay, you go.
Okay. Well, I went to New York, went to the Jackson Wine concert. Really good. I think you would have really loved it. This tour is very self-discovery. So it was a lot of visualizations where they had in between the songs, they had different videos that included family, his parents and stuff in the videos, talking about exploration. I know you don't know who this person is, but they're I think technically still in a K-pop band called GOT7, but this is their solo work. They're Chinese artists, so it's also very much I want to show you the kind of coming of age of this Chinese boy coming of age and coming up through the music business. That was kind of the theme of the concert. So it was a lot about him being in this K-pop band and realizing that he wasn't happy with his life and trying to figure out who he is as a person. So it was that was kind of a nice theme of the personal story behind the tour. And then there was just a lot of two things happening. There was mini fireworks going off in the stadium and your normal pyrotechnics and stuff. And at one point he was on wires, suspended in the air, dancing and singing in the air, where you're what the hell's happening?
Okay, that's pretty impressive. I wouldn't be able to do that.
And then the last 45 minutes of the concert was basically him grabbing people from the crowd, putting them up on stage and doing a dance party.
That's nice.
And so it was a lot of fun. And then Saturday, I finished One Piece, who has our gal, Miss Sharma from Bridgerton, who plays Miss Wednesday. And that was really good. That was season 2. I've been trying to watch that for weeks now, so I finally got to finish that. And then Sunday, I got to see Project Hail Mary, and it worked out perfectly because I looked and it left the theater. I wouldn't have been able to see it in the theater.
Didn't it just come out last week?
No, it came out in March. It's been out for a minute, but I haven't had time to go see it, which has been really frustrating for me. So I did go see it. It was awesome. I knew it was going to be awesome. It was long. I'm my tush was hurting. I was I need to
How long was it?
I think it was 3 hours or something like that.
I can't. Can we
don't quote me, but
long
I know.
movies?
I know. And it didn't feel like it because they did they kept a lot of the stuff from the book in it, so it felt right, but it was just so long. And with the previews and everything, I was just oh, I can't. Even on these comfy seats, I can't do it.
I would have fallen asleep. I'm
surprised I didn't because it was late for me. So that was a lot this week for me.
We caught up on Gen V finally. Blinking, we were very faithful. We'd watch it every week, and we started The Boys.
Okay.
And Corey started Euphoria, and I felt some type of way and said, "Oh, I want to watch it." So now he has to wait.
All right. Anything before we start actually talking about the show?
Nothing else. Nothing else.
Thanks for holding on with us. This week we are talking about The Burbs, Season 1. This is the TV show, not the movie. Although I think we both did watch the movie. Did you end up watching the movie?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And this is a new show that came out this year on Peacock. And do you want to say who it's starring? It's got some good people in it.
Sure.
And it's got a Girls Five Eva connection, which I kept thinking about through the whole season.
Well, I'm only going to mention the main characters, right?
Yeah.
We have Keke Palmer as Samara Fisher, Jack Whitehall as Rob Fisher, Julia Duffy as Lynn Gardner, Paula Pell as Dana Richards, Mark Prosk as Todd, what's his last name?
Oh, I don't know. What is Todd's last name?
He does have a last name, and they don't freaking have it on IMDb.
It's Todd with one D, which is unhinged.
Yes, it is. Todd with one D, but his last name has two S's, which it shouldn't, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, you're right. Because he specifically says Todd with one D, and then he says his last name with two S's.
Yes, and they don't have it on the thing. Anyhow.
Let me see if I had it in my notes at all. I don't think I did.
Okay, you check it out, and I'm going to keep stating the other individuals. Kapil Talwalkar, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, and I apologize if I did mispronounce it, as Naveen. Danielle Kennedy as Agnes Festerson. Justin Kirk as Gary. And Erica Dasher as Betsy Wilson. And a little special shout out to Max Carver as Danny Daniels, because I couldn't remember where I saw him. And then he was on Teen Wolf. He was the twin on Teen Wolf.
Wait, who? Sorry, I was looking at my notes.
Danny Daniels, officer.
Oh, the officer. Okay, the douchebag. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Is there anyone else that seemed...
I think you need to do a special recognition for Mr. Corey Feldman.
Yes, Corey Feldman. He returned as the character Ricky, and also a brief appearance, Tom Hanks, as the founder of Hinkley Hills. Let's talk about the movie for a second, because, okay, y'all, the movie stars Tom Hanks. It stars Corey Feldman, Bruce Dern, Carrie Fisher, Rick Ducommun, I'm sure. Oh, yo, Wendy Shaw as Bonnie Rumsfeld, and she's also in The Burbs. I just saw her name. She stars as Judy, so there's a lot of throwback to the movie.
That's cool.
I don't know who Judy is on the show. She's in 2 episodes, apparently. That warms my heart. Who knows who else they have that we didn't recognize?
Okay, I didn't write down a Judy at all, but yeah, like, now I want to go back.
She's only 2 episodes, and who knows, like...
Yeah, but there's not that many episodes.
Yeah, there's not that many episodes, but the movie was so memorable to me. I don't know if you watched it when you were younger.
I'm assuming I had, but I don't, like, because I remember, like, just, I know this existence, and I knew, like, kind of the storyline, so I'm assuming I watched it.
I must have watched it a lot, because there were so many scenes that were so vivid to me. You know, like, when we talk about Supernatural, and we say, wow, I really remember that, like, there were so many scenes, and so much of Tom Hanks's mannerisms in this movie that I'm like, oh, like, everything stood out. Like, I want to say 85% of the movie stood out. So either I watched it a lot, or, which I'm surprised because I forgot about this movie, or it was such a good movie for me at the time that it really stood out.
We probably watched it a lot because we were very limited on what was available. It was whatever was airing on TV.
And they aired it a lot too.
Yeah.
Over and over and over again. But everything, like the dog taking the bone out of the backyard.
That was vivid in my mind.
And did you think that the filming was, the directing, the cinematography was ahead of its time?
I'm trying to think, because what year was the movie? 81.
89.
Yeah, like, I would say it probably was.
It would, like, zoom into people and it will follow. It looked like it was like single camera, like following them places. Like, this director, Joe Dante, did a great job.
Yeah, I would say so.
But like, it's fantastic. Ron Howard was a producer.
That tracks. This movie also made me realize that I watched a lot of Carrie Fisher stuff growing up and didn't like connect that it was Carrie Fisher.
I agree 100%, because I saw her and I was like, oh, and this is another one that she has with Tom Hanks too.
Yeah,
she was in the one with Meg Ryan,
Sleepless in Seattle.
Yes,
and we just watched When Harry Met Sally, which she's in as well.
Exactly. She didn't seem to ever be a lead. She always was a secondary character.
Yeah. But she's so fundamentally Princess Leia that, like, I never thought about her as anything else. And so now I'm like, like another movie with Carrie Fisher in it. Like, she was really doing a lot. She
really didn't need to do any extra.
Yeah.
Like, that paycheck is coming. Or was coming. R.I.P. So.
Yeah. and she was fantastic in all of them.
There were a lot of similarities between, not a lot, let me not exaggerate, but there were similarities between the show and the movie.
I felt like they did a really good job paying homage to the movie, but like updating it and making it different enough.
Let's talk about the show.
Yeah.
The show. I am excited to talk. I only have one gripe about the show, and I don't know if we'll start with that.
Was it that Rob just needed to not be lying from the very beginning? Like, stop lying to your wife?
Yeah, but we wouldn't have a story now, would we?
That's true. But he was like, I was like, come on, because he was like so sweet. Like, he called her a unicorn, and I was like, that's adorable. And then he's like lying to her about shit that doesn't need to, like, he doesn't need to lie about. It's just that like they do it that way so he looks suspicious.
He looked suspicious, and then Naveen started to look suspicious.
Yeah.
I thought it was Naveen after thinking it was Rob for a while. I thought it was Naveen.
Did you think Rob was covering up for him, or he just didn't know?
Eventually, I thought he was. And then Naveen couldn't take it anymore, and he was just going to spill everything when he was, with
Todd and
Dana and Todd.
I thought with Dana and Todd, they did a really good job translating them from the characters in the movie as well.
Oh, who do you think is who? I never even thought about that.
Well, I think Todd. Oh gosh, now I'm trying to remember the characters from the movie.
You think Todd is Bruce Dern's character, Mark Rumsfeld? No, because he's not military. Dana's military, so Dana would be Rumsfeld.
Yeah, okay. So that was like, they did like a gender switch with them.
What's interesting to me is that I thought Art was Naveen, because he's best buds with Tom Hanks' character.
Yeah, I didn't see that, but I mean that would make sense.
It would. So you think Dana was Art?
Now I'm getting confused. Who's the military guy? Isn't it the neighbor? Not. Well, I guess they're all neighbors, but like the guy
with like the older skinnier.
Yeah. Is that Art?
That is Mark. Art is the one that like went into their home and just started eating everything.
I thought Dana was. Oh my God! What did you just say his name was again? Not Mark.
Art. Art is the friend that his wife is away, and he'd go over.
Okay, so not him, the other guy, the one whose wife is there. Mark. Okay, so I think Dana is. They translated Dana from Mark.
That makes sense. That tracks. What's not tracking for me is Art as Tom.
There was something about him, and I can't remember what it is because my brain is asleep apparently. That I was like, oh, like that's Todd, but I'm blanking on what it is now.
It'll come.
Maybe it will come up in my notes.
Yes.
I did make note that they changed the name of the streets they live on. Like in the movie, it's Mayfield, and they changed it to Ashfield, which they did the tie-in of like ashes, the ashes of the newspaper falling.
It's a good one. Very, very good.
They also I felt like the movie was darker than the show, but like the show had like some different things that kind of had like an ominous feel about them. Like I didn't write down who said it, but somebody said, when you have neighbors, you're never alone, even when you want to be. And I was like, that's very ominous. And that's also like, that's how I feel about my neighborhood. Like these people be in my business. they be
and you're not in a cul-de-sac.
No, I'm not in a cul-de-sac. But like, I'll be like ignoring them because I'm taking a shower or like trying to take a nap or something like that. And they be like yelling in the windows, being like, we see your car, we know you're home.
No respect for privacy whatsoever.
None.
I don't know how you deal, but they're also of a different generation too.
That's true. And it's like a neighborhood where like generations grew up together.
Exactly. And when you think about it, Samira is hanging out with the older generation who is probably a customer. And here comes I guess a new set of generation with Samira and Rob and Naveen being all kinds of.
Naveen is nosy as hell. Like they keep threatening to take his key away.
That guy has zero boundaries whatsoever.
So that is like that whole setup is like very real for me. Like, because I moved into my grandmother's house. We have all these like established people that have no boundaries. And you're like, I'm coming from like New York City where everybody minds their business, where you don't know your neighbor.
You don't. But you're nosy enough to like look at the people to see what's going on.
Oh yeah, you're nosy in a respectful way. You'll be like, what are they doing out there?
What are they doing out there?
Here's a good example. I'll be nosy where I'll turn off the lights and look out the window. My neighbors, they will just have their lights full on, sticking their head out the window, so it's like very obvious. They don't care.
You do it the right way.
I do it the right way.
You do it the right way.
Oh, one of the things, I'm going to be all over the place because I took a lot of notes, but then like I just highlighted things I wanted to bring up. For the Grants, because we find out that the house, the Victorian across the street, belonged to the Grants, and their daughter Allison disappeared, and the rumor was that they killed her and buried her in the basement. I was like, did they actually move away, or is this like a Hank situation? Like how did all this happen? Because also we now know that like the house was put up for sale, and Gary and Betsy bought the house through a trust. But like, are the parents actually alive? How did the house get put up for sale? Like, or did they like disappear? Did they leave?
This
like
is the part of the storyline that gets me going a little bit.
Okay.
Because I don't understand Allison, Betsy, whatever her name is. Like I don't get, like she got kidnapped. We know she didn't want to be there.
Right. She got kidnapped. She escaped because Naveen had taught her the Houdini get out of like.
Right. And she stayed away. So
yeah, like I'd like to know more because she said she was 3 states away. There are payphones, people. There's the police.
Yeah, like
she could have just said like, oh, I was like walking and got kidnapped. Like it's not like she ran away.
She completely cut them off. And did she cut off her parents also? Like, you got kidnapped. You didn't run away. It wasn't your choice.
Yeah.
Right? Even though she did think about it, if I'm not mistaken.
And she also got the letter. Like, because like the serial killer, he wrote a letter to the parents saying that she was running away. She acquired that letter somehow. Like, I really want to know what happened to the parents.
There's more to the story. And I told this to Corey. I'm like, I think that there's more to the story that we'll find out in season 2. Because there's something fishy about her storyline.
Do you think she's coming back?
I think she's coming back. And I don't think she's a good guy.
Well, it's also very weird because I was very confused by like, so Allison says that like she's in charge of the trust. So she hands over the Victorian to Samira and Rob to do whatever they want with it. But then Lauren says that Gary left the Victorian to the town in his will, which that's really sus. Like, why would he do that? But also, like, how can like the two be the same thing? Like, who's lying here? I think Lauren's lying because they sus as hell. And this is a hot buzz situation, by the way. You haven't seen that movie?
No, I haven't. I'm not gonna. I have no idea. Either they fucked up the writers or
something's coming up
to the story. Yeah, because it really didn't make any sense to me. I got to the point where I was like, I'm liking the show, but I don't understand. This is the main story too, right? It's too like, do they really think that we're not going to be like, wait, hold up a second? So she got kidnapped. I know her parents up and left right away. So did she contact them?
Oh, and maybe they just didn't like tell anyone back home because they left.
Why? Also, like that doesn't make any sense to me. They didn't get the police involved because the police weren't going around asking any questions. Because clearly someone, well, I say it's clearly someone from the town, but that's only because we know that it was, which I kind of still don't understand.
Did the parents figure out what was going on and they just didn't want to say anything? Yeah, like maybe like Allison was in contact and they were like, do not come back here. Like we'll come to you. Because we still don't know. Like Allison was like
threatened the family.
A minor. Like how is she like surviving on her own with like no money, no nothing?
Exactly.
3 states away.
She could have gotten a job, a decent job, and moved on her merry way. But there's like a huge gap.
Yeah.
Is filled. I hope it is.
Hopefully. So just so you have some context, and spoiler for a movie that came out in 2007, people. Hot Fuzz. First of all, in my top 5 movies of all time. Great movie.
Same with Simon Pegg, I think has to be.
Yeah. And Nick Frost, like them together are really funny. Well, they have a series of movies together. This is the one where they play cops. The premise is that Simon Pegg's character, Nick Angel, he is like a London cop, and he's so good that they send him to the country because he makes everybody else look bad. And he goes to this small like town in the country that has like no crime, but like he keeps like seeing things suspiciously. Like there's all these accidental murders, like or accidental deaths that people are saying are like an accident, but like he's like, no, this is like super suspicious. And it turns out that the town beautification committee is secretly murdering anyone that like they think is gonna like give them like have them not win this like annual like best town award that they get.
That's
so like there's like a mime that shows up in town or something, and they kill the mime. There's like teenagers that are like putting graffiti, so they kill the like teenagers. It's like crazy, and like everybody's involved.
And you're right. This is basically
like I was like, this is so hot fuzz, and I'm here for it because, like I said, it's like it might be. I'd have to think about it. It might be my second favorite movie of all time.
What's your first?
Amelie.
Oh, duh! I knew that.
Yeah, you did know that. You just had to think about it.
Yes, after you told me.
But it's definitely like in my top 5. It's a fun movie.
They tend to be fun, these guys together. So yeah, I don't blame you.
But anywho, so yeah, like there was that, and then like the other thing that kind of like I would say is a slight criticism, and I'm interested to see what you think about it, is they were so suspicious of Gary and Rob, but like so many other people were doing like sus things, like Lynn not letting anybody in her house, and like being weird, and like not having a funeral for Marty, and then Dana never leaving the block. Like Todd figured out the Dana thing.
Todd figured out a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he was like surveilling his friends. But like I was like, how are these people so suspicious of like certain people like Gary, who like deserve suspicion, definitely, and Rob, but like totally missing everything. Like even like when Samira gives Lynn the key and then says like, oh, you can give me your key if you want, and she doesn't, like I would find that highly suspicious.
I was like, oh, really?
Yeah. Like Dana thought she maybe was becoming a hoarder, but that was like as suspicious as she got. She didn't think like, oh, I'm hiding my husband in the freezer.
Did you ever think that there was something in the freezer? Because she was avoiding that area.
She kept talking to the door, but there was a picture. There was a picture of Marty, so it made sense. I was not expecting it. I felt like there was something weird about her, but grief does weird things, so maybe that was it. People were just assuming it was like grief related. But also, like, these are your neighbors and stuff, like, and you all nosy as hell. Like, Marty died. You were all living there at the time. Like,
there was no funeral. There was
no ambulance.
Yeah.
I know every time an ambulance would come to my house with my mom, my neighbors were all right there. They were like, what's going on? What's happening?
God.
Oh. Like, I feel like this neighborhood would be the same. They'd be out on their porch mowing the lawn in the middle of the night.
You're googly eye with the neighbor across.
The suburbs are nosy as hell.
Oh my gosh. You're right. Like, I didn't even think about that. Like, I thought a couple of things. Like, oh, they didn't go to a funeral. They didn't think about it. But
like, they would be bringing her food. Like, yeah, they would be asking about the funeral and stuff. Like, based off of how she was talking to Dana, like, Dana never asked, like, why they didn't have a funeral, or, like, asked, like, what was going on with the funeral.
And assuming they've been in the neighborhood for X amount of years, everyone's friendly with each other, you form a relationship, you don't think people want to pay their respects and ask, like, hey, are you going to have something for him? It's like, no, you know what, you're right.
Like, some of them haven't been there that long, but they've been there long enough that they were all there when he died, and they were all there, like, long enough before.
That's what I'm saying. The only person who wasn't there long enough was Samira and Rob. Well, Rob was different, right? But he grew up there, well, whatever.
He would have known from his parents.
Come on now.
Also, I have one thing to say, but I want to talk about the benzos. Like, Dana especially, like, Dana was saying, like, oh, like, Marty gave me his pie recipe. That man gave you his pie recipe? But you're not asking about his funeral when he dies?
Yeah.
I don't know. That was sus.
The only thing I think of was maybe Lynn said, okay, Marty didn't have anything. Because the kids didn't even go.
Yeah, I mean, she plays it off like, oh, the kids being so busy and not available. I told them we would have something later, which that's fine, but like, it didn't seem like Dana knew that information. Because like we did that with my mom. Like I was like, oh, we're gonna have something in like a year so that everybody could travel in.
Right.
But people were asking me immediately and throughout the whole year leading up because they wanted to make sure that they could go and stuff.
Exactly, especially the neighbors who live right around you.
The nosy ass.
Exactly. So these nosy ass neighbors weren't doing their job?
Yeah. But with the benzos, something that like I was like, what the actual fuck? Is Bev the name of Rob's mom? I think it's Bev.
I think so, yeah.
First of all, I love that Lynn was like, you think I'm not going to snoop through Bev's shit when she was my snootiest neighbor? I appreciated that. But how are you going to go on a cruise, like retire with a cruise, and then give your house to your kids to live in with their baby, and you don't take your benzos? Like, you leave them in, like, the aspirin container? Like, what the hell? Like, are you trying to drug your breastfeeding daughter-in-law?
I completely agree. Well, that just goes to show what kind of people they are.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, the whole entire freaking neighborhood is crazy. Of course, the parents hate. The only thing be quote unquote Rob, because there's still some more craziness left to be seen, I'm sure.
Yeah. But anyway,
he's the crazy one.
The benzos was a funny scene, but it was like, it wasn't really necessary. And it like, oh, well, I guess it was necessary to get her and Bill to hook up, which I also thought it was really cute. Where's that part?
Really?
Well,
really?
Not the hookup part, before the hookup. She said, when they're sitting on the bench, pre-infidelity, she says, will you hold my hand so I don't float away? I thought that was so cute. Unreal.
I wouldn't ever know what it felt like, but now I have an idea.
One time I thought that my soul would float away from my body if I didn't stop eating Cheerios.
So you just kept stuffing your face with Cheerios?
Yeah, I was like, oh my God. I was like sitting on the couch and being like, oh my God, what are we going to do? Oh my
God, that is funny. That's funny.
It's funny. It was scary at the time.
Well, you know, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
But that part was cute. I don't appreciate the nonchalantness as well. Like how Bill was like, well, I didn't think you would care about us like getting together, considering like Agnes and Marty. And she was like, excuse me?
Yeah.
Bill.
That actually took me off guard. I wasn't expecting him to see that at all.
Yeah, he seemed more like an upstanding person.
Yeah. Well, also, like, you guys are a little bit too old to be having affairs. Not that there's an age for it, but it's just like...
Well, that brings a point. Like, was he cheating before?
I think with the woman like Agnes, probably. Because she is a pain in the behind.
She did a really good job as a pain in the ass HOA president.
Insufferable.
Yeah.
Really, like, really, really, really insufferable. Did you like how open-minded this show was? It was very inclusive. Hip-hop, you know, like
oh, yeah.
It talked about race, racism. It was, it was good.
Yeah, with like the cop and everything.
I think they did a good job of representing what it's like, you know?
Yeah. No, yeah, I would definitely say they did a good job with bringing up topics and having like different types of characters, and also like pointing out like the differences between like living in the city versus suburban life.
Exactly. I think as someone who lives in the city, that's something that I think I would have envisioned living in the suburbs would be like. Just like exactly how Samira and even Rob were reacting. I think we would Korean it.
And Uncle Langston, because he was like, I think he said something like, oh, like I get why she just stares out the window all day now. And I love that he like went up to Dana and was like, y'all are up to something. I don't know what you're doing, but I want part of it because I'm so bored.
So bored. He was a really good addition for that like one episode.
Yeah.
He was in it with the baby.
Yeah.
That's a good baby.
He's a good uncle.
I love that they like showcase that baby, and we got to see like Kiki, Jack Whitehall carry the baby. They must have been twins. I actually should look that up.
Oh yeah, probably.
Right? Like it has to
And
be.
recognizing that he's like raising a black baby, like that he has a
Yes.
black son, and like him talking to Naveen about what his experience was like growing up in that town, being one of the either few or only kids that was a person of color in their school.
Really? Oh, Todd Mann. Mann.
Oh, 2 N's. Todd Mann.
And I said
Todd with 1 D and Man with 2 N's. That's right.
How-
Waters. That was a satisfying death.
It still seemed off to me.
Like, what do you mean?
It seemed off. I don't know. It's just like, oh, really? Is it just going to be that easy that they're going to kill him? And that's it?
But they would have gotten the answers if they would have let him live. But
Yeah.
he said, I just get paid to take out the trash. So that was like...
When he said that, did you
Yeah.
catch? I was like,
Oh, I immediately was like, what the hell do you mean by that, bro? Like, who are you working for?
I need to get you a bro t-shirt, a bro something. I do. So yes, there's more to come. I know there's more to come. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I'm like, that they killed him off. It's a whole town thing. It's an underlying political, government, flower club, book club, conspiracy theories out there.
Yeah, led by Agnes, which Lynn better watch out because Agnes is scary as hell.
Maybe Agnes is just a red herring.
Oh, like she doesn't actually know what's going on? Maybe it's Lauren the whole time.
Yes, because isn't she friends with what's her face that kidnapped Naveen?
Kate, yeah, because they're like Kate and her are like the people directly under Agnes in the HOA or whatever. Or I guess now technically Lauren is in charge because Agnes stepped down, which that was such like a passive aggressive way to ruin your frenemies or enemy. I don't even think they're frenemies. Enemies speech.
Was it intentional?
I don't know if it was intentional or not. They could have like waited. Like they knew she was giving a speech when they came out.
They could have, but they're just so
been like, let's wait.
It's Marty's pie. And it's a block party. I would have assumed more people would be out and about, but I guess not. Maybe people were working. I feel like I'm asking for too much.
Yeah, I guess because it's a cul-de-sac, I wonder if they allow outsiders.
But when does a cul-de-sac actually end? Oh, I mean, the other way.
It depends. Like, some of them are really short. Like, it's basically going to be like a block long, but it just depends on how long the block is.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
We can ask
and it depends on how, like, big the houses are, too, in the properties. Because sometimes the houses are really close together, and sometimes they're, like, spread out a lot more. Yeah. Like, there's cul-de-sacs along my street. Like, if you turn to on one of the side streets, like, a lot of them are little cul-de-sacs.
Interesting. So what did you think about this season?
I really enjoyed it. It felt very much like a mystery, which is always nice. It felt relatable. I liked all the characters, even though they were flawed.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with everything that you said.
But
I think we've done it,
Yeah. Rob just needs to stop lying.
I think we're done. I hope we're done.
With his lies. I hope so, too. Because, once he stopped and he told her everything, it was like they became a team.
Yes.
And they should have been a team from the beginning.
Been together for a long time because she's got pregnant 9 months and they were together for like how many months beforehand?
I think they had been together like 18 months.
That seems about right. I was surprised. It seemed like as if they had known each other for some time, but I guess the chemistry is so good between them. And actually, the way the actors interact with it, like they made it seem very believable, all of them. I liked that at the end where I don't know if they have a name, the clique now, like Lynn, Dana, Todd, and Samira. Now Rob and Naveen are a part of that little clique on the porch drinking wine or whatever.
The wine drinkers, or the wine meetup or whatever.
Whatever it is. I like that. And
that was our house, by the way. I called them the winos.
Yes. In the gazebo?
Yep, in the gazebo where I would come home and it would be like my mom, my cousin who lived next door, and then like 3 of our other neighbors would be sitting there like drinking wine and eating ice cream. And I'd be like, you guys had a much better day than I did.
To get older, yeah, that's what happens.
But
Hopefully.
yeah, so hopefully.
Mhm.
Someday we'll be drinking wine in a gazebo or on a porch.
That would be nice, yes.
Yeah.
We shall see.
But yeah, they all became like a solid group, which they should have really been from the beginning, but they were all keeping things from each other.
They sure were.
Samir, I think she was the only one that wasn't, right?
I think you're right. Unless something comes out in season 2.
Ooh, that would be crazy.
It's based on that town, so she doesn't really have anything unless something follows her into the suburbs or someone her into the suburbs.
Yeah, that would be wild, but you never know.
Maybe like, her frenemy or someone who moves into the neighborhood.
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy. A stalker. Who knows?
Yeah. Rory?
Yes.
I love the hustle. She's so young.
And she's doing what she's got to do.
Yeah, she knows
And
what's
I
up.
appreciate that people were, pulling their kids out of the school that she was going to because, she's a
they weren't pulling the kids out, but they said it was freaking Agnes and Lauren because they suck. So Rory got into Hinckley Academy, and they said that the people that were picked to go to the academy that year are trash.
Yeah, I took it as a race thing.
Oh, absolutely. They're jealous bitches because she always beats Ainsley at everything, and they can't deal with it. And they're racist pieces of shit.
Maybe Ainsley needs to step up her game. Ainsley probably doesn't even give a shit.
I feel bad for Ainsley. She doesn't seem like she's like her mother or her grandmother.
I agree.
I think she's redeemable.
I hope so.
Lauren is fake as shit, and I'm curious to see how it's going to go next season with her.
You can see that a mile away. Like, she's just a phony. She's just there for the show, just pretending. Like, so let's see what happens next season, like you said.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is going to progress to more than 2 seasons, maybe 3 max. They could get in deep if they really wanted to, but you can't unless it's Desperate Housewives. How do you keep something like this going?
That was a cul-de-sac too, wasn't it?
I think so.
Maybe you don't live on a cul-de-sac, people.
Hint. Yeah, definitely.
Especially an HOH one.
A little bit of our favorite canceled show with Lee Pace.
Oh, the pie guy. Fisher Daniel.
Yes. I don't know why it kind of reminds me of that. Because the quirkiness to the show,
Yes, there is a quirkiness. That's a good point.
Not as.
Oh, what do you think's going to happen with Marty's body? Because they buried him in the Victorian basement, and now they're renovating. Like, do you think that's going to come up? Like, they're going to...
Yeah, dig it up accidentally.
Because Lauren says that they're going to renovate the Hinckley, because it's the Hinckley house, and it turns out she's a Hinckley.
Right. Ugh.
Because of course they are. That brings up this whole like legacy bullshit that like makes me crazy. Like, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't, but for them it does.
That's the type of people Agnes and Lauren are.
And meanwhile, was it Officer Randy, whatever his name is? He's like, I think he's kind of like whatever. It doesn't seem like those.
You're talking about Bill, the husband?
Yeah, whatever his name.
I think he's just trying to skate through this marriage and like.
I think he's trying to skate through a lot of things.
Yeah.
Because even when he was an officer, it doesn't seem like he was doing much.
You could tell, like, when Danny's father was disregarding Rob and Naveen when they were kids and, like, pawned them off on Bill, it was, like, obvious, like, that Bill was, like, doing his thing and didn't really care. Like, he was like, you guys should just not stress out and worry about this. And then later on, I forget his partner's name, but, like, when they think it's Bill that was threatening Hank.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, what were you doing, buddy? Like, about his partner?
I thought that we were going to, like, go and meet who this ex-partner was.
Yeah.
Amounted to anything.
Yeah, because he was dead.
Oh.
Yeah, and we still don't know his exact, like, place in it. I guess he was working with Walter to try to, like, maybe he was, like, the intimidation, and then if the intimidation didn't work, then Walter would come in. I'm assuming that was the case. But, like, he obviously knew his ex-partner was, like, up to some shady-ass shit and didn't say anything to anyone about it.
Yeah.
So he probably knows, like, his wife and daughter are up to some bullshit, too, and just doesn't want to be bothered dealing with it because it would be too inconvenient for him. He'd rather just mow his lawn.
If his wife is...
Yeah, if. I guess innocent until proven guilty.
I feel like Agnes is, like...
That would be a turn. Like, maybe she joins forces with them because she realizes what the rest of the HOA is doing under her nose and she didn't realize it.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Definitely.
That is kind of Nick Frost in Hot Fuzz. That's his situation. His father and like all these other people are the ones that are like killing the people, and he is totally oblivious to it and doesn't realize what's going on.
And then he takes a stand.
He does.
When you say Hot Fuzz, that's what I envision, right? Like that poster.
Good movie, people. Go watch Hot Fuzz. And go watch Amelie. Stick with it. It's always weird the first time you watch it. Oh, this is like total turning conversation. But I actually really appreciate it that they made their date night get ruined by her having milk leakage. I've only seen that one other time in a TV show or movie, and that was in Grey's Anatomy. And I was like, stuff that should be normalized. Shit happens like this.
I think they did a lot of things on this show. It's like, oh, date night got canceled, and they're like, oh, okay, whatever. Like, it didn't bother them because they're so freaking tired. That's very realistic too, and they don't mind just being in.
Yeah, that's true.
And the being's just gonna come over with or Dana or Lynn or whoever,
Turn the lights off.
It doesn't matter. Once you give the key to somebody, forget about it.
Yeah, then all bets are off.
Yeah.
Lynn finding Rob's psych file was also like first of all, why does Bev still have that?
Oh, well, I mean, why wouldn't you?
Laying around.
It's your child's medical file. I mean, granted, he's not a child anymore.
It sounds like they just like left all their shit in the house and was like, peace.
Like, yeah, why? And
like, even the dad's testosterone was there.
I can't believe.
Like, what kind of weird sex toys are they gonna find?
Exactly. Heather, you bring up a really good point. They just like up and left, like, and then gave the house to the kids. Did they decide like, okay, we don't need anything in the house, no clothes or nothing. We're just gonna keep traveling?
Go through that shit.
So tired.
Yeah, because they basically said like, oh, they're retiring to a cruise, which people do. I wonder if like they left the stuff thinking like, oh, maybe we'll just go for like a year or two, but like put it in storage, pack it up. If I was leaving my house, I would want to make sure there's nothing there that I don't want people to see.
That's a good point.
The parents just seem very weird.
Guess they don't think that way. Like, I don't know. I mean, if I'm coming back, why am I going to put stuff away? And it's just my son and his wife. They're probably not anticipating Lynn coming over, helping out, or someone else, and then going through all of their stuff.
Yeah.
So, shame on them for not giving Rob the heads up. Like, the whole neighborhood's fucking nosy. Don't let anybody inside the house while we're gone.
But they're assuming, like, I can see, like, Rob, but, like, well, like, even, like, with Rob, like, get rid of the testosterone and the benzos. Yeah, I don't know. I guess they're assuming that Samir will know everything. Obviously, Rob didn't tell her shit.
Mm-hmm.
He was too busy calling her a unicorn. It doesn't, like, excuse his behavior, like, his lies. And with him not telling her about his psych evaluation, like, I go back and forth about that because I can see it was, like, back when he was a teenager, so he might not ever be thinking about it. But that's also important shit to know if you're having kids with somebody.
Yeah. But fortunately,
like, they have the medical
behind it, and we're not going to get that violent side again.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, it was understandable. Like, he was experiencing, like, the loss of his friend and the uncertainty of, like, what happened to her and stuff. So that's a lot for a teenager.
Yeah.
But, like, I would assume, like, if you're pregnant, you're having, like, a medical discussion with your partner and asking them different things. And it should have come up during that time. But maybe he just honestly forgot about it. He blocked it all out.
Well, he's like, that, like you said, that was back then. And it's not me now. I'm not like that. I've gotten upset with anyone for X amount of time. So that's in the past. Let's leave it in the past.
He's too busy lying to people so that they're not angry. Like saying he's going to get a glass of water. Do you think he actually was smoking a joint? Or do you think he was doing something else out in the pit when he, like, lied to her?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because we never see him smoking a joint.
No, they don't show any proof.
If he wasn't, like, that's hella manipulative. Because he was like, well, I lied because I know that you couldn't smoke a joint because of the lack of, like, medical research on pregnant women and marijuana use and blah, blah, blah. Like, it was like, are you being performative or are you being manipulative? Like, which is it? Or you being like an honest person who's trying to be an ally. I don't think it's that.
More
I
to
think it's
him.
performative or
There's more
manipulative.
to him.
It was what?
Maybe there's more to him, and we'll find out in season
We'll
2.
see. I mean, I hope he's a good person, but I was just like, I got super sus. I was like, you're lying to her and you're making excuses, and I don't know if I believe your excuses.
Mm-hmm.
But we shall see. Like by the end, he seemed like he was more on point about being a good person.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like take another left turn here. Back when they were in the Victorian for the open house, and you see the closet. Well, it has like Rob's name with a skull, which I was like, what's that about? But then there's the 3 hearts, and in the middle heart it has Allison's name, but then it's X'd out. And I was like, oh, did she exit out? Like she was like not liking herself or something? Did someone else exit out? Or like what's the deal with that? And then also I was like, oh, are the other 2 hearts next to her? Are they supposed to be Rob and Naveen? I'm probably actually way overthinking it.
I would assume that it's Rob and Naveen. But why would she X herself out? Unless Rob and Naveen or Naveen went to her room, maybe Rob got upset.
Oh, it felt like she betrayed them by leaving.
Yeah.
That's a possibility.
Or, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Kept her phone and everything. Correction, not they. Rob.
Yeah. Oh, also, like going back to Rob's lies, I'm glad that Samira shouts him out for his lies.
Me too.
That was satisfying.
Me too. I still something about Allison, but something off. Something super off. And the fact they couldn't find somebody to look like young Allison also was throwing me. I'm like, here you go. And like the nose isn't the same. Like nothing.
They were like, oh, she looks like the girl in the photo. Does she?
She does not. She does not. Okay? If she dyed her hair, fine. But everything else, no. But you couldn't find somebody who resembled this poor girl. Oh,
I feel like they made her too traumatized.
And Naveen too. Young Naveen didn't look like older Naveen. I'm like, you're really, really reaching here, but whatever.
They need to go talk to the supernatural people to get some proper casting. Yeah. I mean, the younger actors did a great job, but like they did not look like their counterparts. Oh, what was I just saying? Oh, yeah, like I feel like they made Betsy Allison was weird because she just seemed too like traumatized, too scared, too paranoid. Like I understand like there's a serial killer and stuff, but like you're so scared that like you won't go in the house if Langston's in the house. Like Langston's just there for the day. He don't know shit. He's about to leave and go back to the city. Like you could just be introduced as the neighbor Betsy.
Yeah. Is she really that recognizable? I don't think so.
Apparently Bill saw her and recognized her immediately. That was also like a random little like clip. Because like he made it sound like he saw her at some other point as well. Because doesn't he say like, oh, I thought that was you, Allison?
Yeah. And he seemed like proud or happy that she's back home. And up here like, it doesn't look anything like her, but okay.
And like, she's been a missing person for all this time.
Yeah, you're not gonna like exactly. I was thinking
not gonna ask a question.
Yeah.
Mention it.
Yeah. Like, were her parents that bad?
Yeah, I really wonder.
Like applauding the fact that she's back and doesn't have any questions to ask her, not even as a retired police officer.
I think he has zero shit about anything outside of himself.
I mean, the assumption is that she ran away, right? So I guess why would he question her?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Something's off.
Yeah. The same with like Hank too. Like you would think that like Hank would have a goodbye party. I don't know. Like he just like sells his business and like runs off to Hawaii. Did nobody want to say goodbye to him or anything?
He was an asshole.
I guess so.
He was an asshole.
And it seems like it was like kind of like a dive, kind of like biker type bar. So maybe the town was just like, we can't be bothered with him. Good riddance.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of questions. And another side turn, but this is a question I have, is one, where is Lynn getting eggs that she can keep in the cabinet? And two, why does she have so many eggs?
Disgusting.
The rest of the world keeps their eggs out of the fridge. We're the only ones.
I know. I know because I went to London with Candace. We went to the supermarket. We passed by the eggs, and there was feathers sticking out of one of the
Yeah.
shells, and I was like, "Oh hell no!"
It's that protective coating. The reason why we have to have our eggs refrigerated is because they clean the egg, and when you clean the egg, the protective coating gets removed, and so it
So
can be like
that
exposed to bacteria and stuff. I used to get from my one neighbor, and like he would sometimes give them to me and be like, "Oh, these haven't been refrigerated, so you don't have to refrigerate them if you don't want to." So his eggs would still have that coating even if they were refrigerated. And like sometimes there would be like little feathers and stuff like mixed in with the coating. Like, who is her egg guy? Like, does she have an egg guy? And why does he give her so many eggs? Does she secretly have chickens in her backyard that we don't know about?
I was just about to say that, but I think we would have known by now.
Yeah, I feel like we would have seen her with her chickens or whatever.
Yeah, totally.
It's also random that she has I guess if they have like, what, 3 kids? I was going to say, why did they have a big walk-in? They definitely have 2 girls.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
But I feel like there might have been a 3rd kid too. But they don't really like their mother, which happens.
Maybe we'll learn more about that family.
Yeah, maybe they'll come back if they address the body in the basement thing. What did you say about Megan? I was not feeling Megan because she's a cheater.
Megan.
Megan is, yeah, exactly. Megan is Naveen's ex who tells Samira the backstory of the 3 of them.
I didn't even put 2 and 2 together that they know each other. Like, duh. But I don't think we need to worry about Megan. I think she
did her thing.
Yeah, her purpose was to give Samira the download
and to cross out Naveen.
Yeah, that's it. We're not going to see her. Right.
Hopefully not. I was not impressed with her. I was like, you go be with your dentist. I wasn't impressed by him either.
No, I wasn't. They could keep it moving.
Thought it was cute when Lynn and Dana were making the pies and they said how they met their partners. Yeah. That was really sweet.
I thought, the whole entire time that maybe Dana's significant other left for good. Like they were getting a divorce and everything, but that's not the case, right? It was just that
it's unclear,
but not a divorce.
Yeah, she left because she was like upset with the whole situation and that she had to intervene. We might see her come into the picture in season 2.
That'll be interesting.
So I got like weirdly fixated on the Hey There Delilah song.
Yeah.
Being like, was it out in 2005?
Oh.
So it did come out in 2005, but it wasn't popular until 2007. So that made me be wow. Was she like a huge Plain White T's fan and like knew the song before it was popular? I don't know why I got fixated on it. I was like, is that accurate? Like, was it even out by the time like the backstory was happening?
You're good, because I didn't even think about whatever.
That was just me spiraling a little bit.
Sometimes we need to do that,
Yeah.
Deep dive into things that we don't need to do.
Yeah.
So here's a supernatural link.
Oh, tell me, supernatural link.
So I'm looking at this guy and I'm like, this guy looks familiar. Let me just click on his. Do you want to know who Walters was on Supernatural?
Who?
Ash.
No.
Way.
He looks so different.
He does. He's matured.
That's wild. I was fixated on his boots. I was like, is this a weird, like, Good Place reference or something like that?
Oh, my gosh. Only you, Heather.
Because, like, he's got these, like, bright-ass cowboy boots that seem a little small for him with his garbage person suit.
Oh, interesting that they have a garbage man playing the bad guy. In the movie, they just had, like, the 2 guys who were just like, we're getting out of here. We're not dealing with this.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to remember how, like, they signed off the runaway note and the postcard that was supposedly from Hank, and it was as ever, which that is an unusual way to sign off on a letter.
It is. I've never heard of that.
I have heard of it, but it seems like it feels very old-timey to me. But yeah, it would be like somebody saying like devotedly yours or like in your service or
very like Daphne du Maurier.
Yes, yeah. Exactly.
Gothic.
Yes. Oh, also, like, Gary's car shows up at the house. I guess Walters drives it back to the house. And that was, like, a way to lure Allison in, but that like threw me off too. Because like when they're at Samira's and like Bill is there and he's like, oh, there's Gary's car now. Why don't you just ask him?
Right. But I guess also maybe Walter did it just to be like, oh no, for people to think that Gary's actually home question when he's missing.
Yeah, that's true. It could have just been that, and then like they came back too soon, and he happened to be there, so he was able to like follow them into the pit. I feel bad for Naveen. Feel bad for him, but I feel like he just needs to be alone right now. Like Megan leaves him.
Right.
He's like vibing with Kate. Then all of a sudden, like Allison comes back, and he's like, "Oh, there's a vibe with Allison." And then she leaves, and he's right back on Kate.
He's an emotional individual.
Like, is he just not able to be alone?
He has a problem.
His terrible taste in women makes me think he should probably be alone for a little while.
That's a very good point there.
And will he learn his lesson now that he's been kidnapped?
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
He's going to be that type of individual who always has a bad taste in women.
Kate poisoning him was very much like, or drugging him, was very much like a Jane and Billy from Paradise situation in my head. I was like, what the fuck?
I was really like confused for a second because I kept thinking, why do they keep showing Naveen in the scene? Like, why is the scene so important? Duh. We get to why it is. And I really find it odd. Well, no, now that I think about it, like, I thought to myself, how is she able to put him inside the car? But there's probably somebody with her.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, because he's in the trunk, drugged, so he would have been like dead weight. So somebody probably came in, helped her put him in.
Exactly.
And we don't even know. It might not even be her driving the car. It might be whoever the other person was.
Where did she go, though?
She could have gone home.
Maybe it's Officer Daniel.
Oh, it could be. He could be in this thing as well. He sucks.
He does suck.
They did a good job with making him seem like he was okay, and then he would like say something completely absurd and like offensive.
Oh, he was frustrating. I couldn't stand him.
Yeah.
That's the one kind of really good.
Yeah. He was comically annoying.
If you say
Or maybe
so.
just annoying.
Yeah.
Well, it was comical because like Robin Naveen would be like, oh, there he is. Because he would say something like when they were being interrogated and he was like, I saw the shrine you have for Allison and that must have been so hard for you guys as teenagers. And he seems like he's being so nice. And then he says something super rude about Allison and they're like, there he is.
Showing his face.
His true colors. I feel bad that Gary got killed. I hope that he did realize what the situation was before he got killed, like Allison hoped. R.I.P. Gary.
R.I.P. We didn't know you. I mean, he was an asshole, so it didn't really affect me.
He was an asshole, but he was an asshole for a reason.
How did they really connect? It just seemed too much of a coincidence that she comes across somebody whose brother goes missing and they start putting things together. Like, it's something off. There's something off about that.
The true crime world is a bit small.
Is it?
I think, like, the people that actually get into the investigation part of it, I think is. That's my understanding. I feel like a lot of them, and there is drama, but, like, I think it's a pretty small overall community. It's very coincidental that they both realized that, like, they must have, like, posted the letters, the postcard and the letter to figure it out. Or maybe they just, like, took note that it was the same town.
I guess so.
Yeah. Because it was like a long period of time in between, but they didn't like realize all the other situations. Like Rob brings up his teacher that supposedly died on a hiking trip, but Rob thought he saw him in the library the day he was supposedly hiking.
A lot of things are off.
Yeah, hopefully season 2 will talk about them because now Samira is really stuck on that Walter said, I just get paid to take out the trash. We'll see. The other 2 things that I had was I appreciate Todd and how like he keeps it very close. Like he doesn't tell anyone information, but he's also very direct. Like he just goes up and cuts the security camera and is like, you don't want like Gary seeing anything that you're doing right now. And then also like he like straight up said to Lynn, why are you keeping your husband's dead body in your fridge?
No filter. No filter.
And Dana's like, this is not what we talked about.
Well, you know, it was taking a long time to get to the point, so we gotta push things along.
He is very like concise and like not filtered, like you said, but then he's not willing to say anything about himself.
Yeah, sure they'll find out something sooner.
Yeah.
Or later.
And then my last thing was just like I was really glad to see Corey Feldman as Ricky Butler. And the line that he says is actually a line from the movie. He says, "God, I love this place." And I guess he says that in the movie.
He says it a lot. Yep.
In the movie, he finds the cul-de-sac very entertaining.
Because it is.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to bring up, or maybe they did and we missed it, that particular time. Because when I was watching the movie, I said, okay, they keep saying it's the safest town, it's the safest town. It's the safest town since that incident in the movie Burbs up until present time with Kiki or Samira, I should say.
Oh, like actually like in the history of the show, did like that situation happen from the movie? That was a shit ton of bones in that car.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What did the listeners think? That was I can't think of anything else I had to say. Like that was pretty much it. I really enjoyed it. Looking forward to season 2.
I liked it too.
I'm assuming Naveen's gonna be okay. It doesn't seem like it's that type of show that he'll end up dead.
I hope like they don't do anything to Naveen. I don't think.
Yeah, hopefully not.
I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, I have no idea how they're gonna rescue him, but yeah, hopefully.
Who else is gonna be DJ at the block party? Come on.
Oh, Todd dancing at the block party was really funny too. The face Gracie's making right now, she does not agree.
I do not agree. I was like, dude, what are you doing?
He was living his best life. Oh, I didn't say the names of the episodes. I liked the names of the episodes. Episode 1 was the goddamn brownies, which I agree. Who the hell doesn't like brownies? I don't like chocolate, and I love brownies.
Oh, well, that's what I just realized. That's another connection to the movie. The brownies, the dog pooping on the other lawn.
Yeah. There was a lot of little connections.
Yeah.
Episode 2 is Mind Your Business, or Mind Your Own Business. 3 is Sardine.
Another connection.
4 is a 9 on the tension scale. 5 is The Old Face to Face. 6 is Neighbor Take Warning. 7 is Do Not Mess with the Suburbanites. They are pretty desperate. Episode 8 is Only One Way Out, which that's true with the cul-de-sac. It's only one way out.
It's only one.
Which helps with the nosiness. But yeah. Did you have anything else?
If you want to be nosy, just live in a cul-de-sac.
Yeah, exactly. If you want privacy, do not live in a cul-de-sac.
Turn around and go the other way.
Yeah.
Only one way out, so it shouldn't be too hard. I'm glad it got picked up for season 2. I wouldn't have been surprised if it didn't.
I would have been so annoyed, though, with how it ended if it didn't get picked up.
But that's our luck.
It is our luck. Especially with quirky shows.
Exactly. So I wasn't hoping too hard, but I'm happy to see that they actually picked it up. And I think Kiki Palmer is an executive producer.
Yeah,
so
I think I did see that.
Push it along.
Listeners, let us know what you thought about this week's discussion. We are on Instagram. Our handle is at GabBin Podcast. Go ahead and like and follow us while you're there. Or you could email us. The email address is gabbinpodcast@gmail.com. Let us know what else we should be discussing. Check out our other podcast episodes. We're on all the major platforms where you can find your podcast. Please buy us a coffee. We could really use it.
Please do. We need it.
Until next time, thanks for listening to GabBin.
GabBin! We're GabBin. We're GabBin. We're GabBin. We're GabBin. We're GabBin. We're GabBin.